Hey guys, so today we're checking out the WeatherTech No Drill mud flaps for the front and the rear in black, fitting all 2019 and newer Ram 1500s. So protecting the body of the truck is probably high up on your priority list, especially because it is a brand new truck, and a set of mud flaps is definitely going to be a great choice when it comes to protecting your investment. Now these are going to bolt up directly to each of the wheel wells, which is going to provide a good barrier from any kick up from your tires, protecting the paint on the side of your rocker area and on the back of your bed area. Now these are going to be made of a hard thermoplastic resin, so these are going to be tough, able to stand up to a lot of kick up, especially if you have upgraded to wider wheels and tires or more aggressive tires that are going to kick up a lot more than the average street tire. This is going to catch all of that and be very tough in the meantime. Now what I do like about this option in comparison to some other choices too is the fact that not only is this going to provide a little bit of additional clearance when it comes to protecting the side of the body, but these are still going to be a little bit higher clearance than some other choices. So if you are concerned about clearance but you still want a good protective mod for your truck, this is going to be a great choice. And then the other thing that I do really like about this choice is the fact that, as it says in the name, this is a no drill install. This is going to reuse the factory hardware and will come with new hardware as well. And this is even going to go around the factory mud guard, so you are keeping all of the trim there. It is going to look very clean and fit very well. And in my opinion, not only are these going to be functional, but they'll be stylish for your truck as well. Now when it comes to price, these are going to come in at roughly $100, and I personally think for what you're getting out of the kit, that is going to be set at a pretty good price point for hard mud flaps like these. Now some of their options available on the page may be set up pretty similar to these, as to where they are going to be a sturdy mud flap that is going to be molded. However, some of their choices may attach a little bit differently. Like I said, this is going to be a no drill mud guard or mud flap, as where some of their options may require a little bit of drilling into the fender well area in order to hard mount this, as where this is going to reuse the factory hardware. Now there are going to be other options available for mud flaps on the page that are not set up similar to this. They may include a rubber construction, they may have a steel weight down at the bottom, or they may be a lot larger, as where these are just going to kind of be an extension of your factory mud guard. Now overall, again, I think that these are functional. They're going to provide some good protection to the side body of your truck, and they also are going to be stylish in the meantime, making $100 a pretty good investment for these mud guards. Now when it comes to install, like I said, this is going to be incredibly easy because we are reusing the factory hardware. There is not going to be any drilling in the install at all, so I'm going to give it a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. Now for all 4 corners, it may take you about an hour to get the job done with some pretty basic hand tools. So speaking of the install, let's jump into that now. The tools that I used for this install were a 1/4-inch drive ratchet and an 8mm socket. So to kick off this install, we're going to be starting in the front, and our first step is going to be to take off the 3 8mm screws with an 8mm socket and a 1/4-inch drive ratchet. So there's going to be 3 screws, 1 up at the top here, and then 2 in this lower trim piece. I'm going to use that 8mm socket and a 1/4-inch drive ratchet. We can just go ahead and take these out. What we can do now is take our mud flap, making sure that we have the correct side and the correct orientation. So the front is going to have 4 mounting locations, and we're also going to have a print on the lower corner. This is going to be the right-hand corner. What we can do then is just place this over. It's going to go over that existing trim. We can take one of our factory screws and hand thread that in using our 8mm socket. We can continue to do that down the line. Last but not least, on the front, We are supplied with these push pins. We're just going to install that on the last mounting location. That should just go right through. And then we can just tighten up the 8 screws once everything is in. We're just gonna go back with that 8mm socket. And then once those 8mm screws are tightened up and everything is secure on this side, we can repeat the same process on the driver's side, and then we can move to the back. So the back is essentially going to be the same process, minus the 4th mounting location with that extra push pin. We only have 3 mounting locations on the back here, so I'm going to use that same 8mm socket, and we can remove the 3 screws that are holding on the inner fender well here. Next, what we can do is take our rear mud flap, pop this over our trim piece just like we did with the front. And we can secure it down with our factory hardware. Once all 3 bolts are tightened down, then you can repeat that same process on the other side, and you're all set to go. So that is going to wrap it up for my review and install. Make sure you like and subscribe for more videos and products just like this, and always keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.